Hey folks, how y'all doing today? This is Joe Schmael with Real Estate for a Cause in Grand Blanc, Michigan, coming at you with another daily dibs. The fight continues to get one of my clients qualified and one of my other clients into a home. It's a difficult situation. No, I'm not going to make it all depressing, but hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. One of the clients we've went through. She's trying Rocket Mortgage right now, but she went through our in-house lender. She went through a loan broker that I know, and now she's trying Rocket Mortgage, but it's all in the same situation. You got to pay off some debt to get what you need to get that credit score up. So if you're planning on buying a house, get your credit cards paid off, not closed out. Because when you close a credit card, it's ass backwards. I know. That's the way it is. You pay off a credit card, you close it, you don't have that balance anymore. Now you lowered your credit. You keep the credit card open but paid off. In the first couple of months, it'll help you. And then if you don't use it and pay it off, use and pay, then all it is stagnant. It's not really helping you out. And I'm not saying go out, max out your card, and do that. So, good way to think about it. You're always going to get gas, right? So you have a credit card that's dedicated to gas. That's all you do with that credit card. It's just gas, all right? And then you go to the gas station, you use that card. You put $50. You use it twice a week, right? You put $100 a week in gas. At the end of that week, or at the end of each transaction, go back in there, make that payment. All right, I'm throwing a frisbee to my dog, by the way. I've been cleaning up inside the house, so I decided to take her out right now and get this video done. But you know you're going to use X amount of gas in a week or in a month. Use that credit card for gas. Just gas, nothing else. Make sure you pay the gas back. All right, pay the money back. If you pay it back before the cycle, now remember there's two cycles in a credit card. There's the due date and there's the interest charge date. All right, so you got to read your terms and policies and all that. Figure out which day is date. Your payment might be on, let's say, the 18th, but your interest rate cycles on the 1st or the 30th or whatever. Want to pay that before so you don't accrue interest. Right, you pay it off completely. That builds your credit. All right, yes, making payments is better, but again, debt to income ratio is what they look at when you're applying for a home loan. Same thing with a car loan. But so that's what you kind of want to do. Lower your debts, but don't get rid of your credit. Drop it. Good girl. Don't get rid of your credit because you need that DTI, debt to income ratio. And the more credit versus expenses that you have, the more credit versus debts that you have, the better, right? Because now they can see that you can afford more, you have assets in case something happens, stuff like that. Sometimes you just got to play the game and wait out until your credit gets back up. So if you are planning on getting into buying a home, you're looking at buying a home, don't wait until you are ready to buy a home to start working on your credit. Especially for low income, limited credit, anything like that. All right, you got bad credit, start working on your stuff right now. If you plan on getting into the market in the near future, I'll say up to a year, start working on your credit right now. Save up some extra cash. You're always going to have expenses come up. Inspections are out of pocket. Sometimes appraisals are paid ahead. All right, and you might need a couple of extra here and there to do whatever the case may whatever the case may be. If you're VA or FHA, you might have things that you need to pay to fix before you close. No, the seller, as a seller, there's a misconception that the seller should fix everything. Look at it this way. If you are selling your house, do you want to put more money into a house that you're not going to live in anymore? What? No. Now, is there an incentive? Yeah, the seller wants to get rid of the house. Yeah, well, you know what? The seller can also take that house off put the house back on the market and find a conventional or a cash buyer or an FHA VA buyer that has the money and is willing to do the work. One of my clients is actually willing to do about $5,000 to almost $8,000 worth of work to get a house. That's my buyer. Wants to get in the house. I had a VA client or a seller. We put houses as is. Actually, 2 homes. We did the first one. They came in with an FHA, and we ended up doing some of the work because we wanted to help the buyer get into the house. We wanted to get my seller out of the house. Now, we didn't necessarily do the work. We were up there helping the buyer with the work. I actually painted the porch. So there's that. And then the other house, it was on 40 acres. The house needed work. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you. Some people will call it a complete teardown. Some people will call it, it needs a full rehab, whatever. Everybody has their own opinion. Was the house livable? Yes, in my opinion, people were living in the house. The house was livable. Did it need a ton of work? Yes, it needed a ton of work. We ended up getting a cash buyer, or actually a conventional buyer, and he went in and bought the property. Whatever he does with the house is up to him. It's not up to my seller. We told him the property is as is. We've been trying to clear it for the last year. That's how much stuff was on the property, let alone the house. And by the end of day, so we closed. We asked the seller for a little bit, or the new owner, for time to clear up a little more. He said yes. We went back to the house. We left the house at 9 o'clock at night, 95% empty. There was still a lot of shit on the property. Now, mind you, we did tell the buyer's agent to tell the buyer that once we close, the house is as is. Whatever's in the house stays with the house. The new owner was courteous to give us some time to get everything else out. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You just gonna have to have a person negotiate on your end and be fighting for you instead of just looking for a paycheck. With that, again, my name is Joe Ismail with Real Estate for a Cause in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Give me a call, 810-209-4311. Send me an email, josephg@refacmi.com, or check out my website, realtorjoeg.com. With that, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay cool. Check on the folks that need it, especially in the heat. The elderly, folks with heart problems, stuff like that. And as always, God bless.